Welcome to the Wiz Fantasy NBA podcast. Week 2 here of the podcast, the Fantasy Wizard. So please hit the like button and subscribe below. There's going to be some good content today, so listen up. And for those of you that are having a wank, I hope my soothing voice just adds to that ejaculation. All right, so week 2. Last week we had 6 matchups, as per usual. We're going to go through those. So Freaks and Greeks, the Cypriot Theo played Nicky Roberts with the Sexy Misses. And if I figure out this video, if I figure out how to edit videos, let's get a photo of Nicky Roberts' misses in the chat here. So it was a 4-4-1. They tied on rebounds after Paddy Beverly went nuts in the last game of the week and had 8 boards. So that was handy for Nicky. I think Theo was pretty happy with the tie, but look, if you're looking at his squad, he's sitting there with DeAndre Ayton, still 19 games away from coming back. You're going to be in trouble, mate. You're going to keep tying or losing until he comes back. So maybe think about that one. The Wiz wouldn't mind picking him up in a couple of weeks' time. The next matchup, this was the marquee matchup of the week, I believe. The two rivals, the two fantasy gurus, the hero you need, Hayden Dewar, and the Wiz. So I reckon the hero you need's had the better of the Wiz for the last couple of years, but in the early goings, the Wiz had a 6-3 win. The Wiz topped field goals this week and topped rebounds, so he's the death lineup strategy. It's doing okay so far, so good. He was pretty happy with that. When you look at the Wiz's team, who have we got? We've got the number one man in the comp, Andre Drummond. And then it does fall away pretty quickly. I think Lonzo Ball comes in the next at like 30-40. So there's a bit of talent there not performing just yet. So the Wizards are pretty happy with a 1-1 sitting after 2 weeks. And the hero you need, look, had a tough week. He's still sitting there with Marv Bagley. He sees the potential there. So look, and he's the hero you need knows, Hayden Dewar. He's got Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid, Clint Capella, Tommy Bryant, Markkanen, who's playing horribly. That's along with the Bulls. They're just stinking it up. So, look, these things will change. And the hero will be back in his usual arrogant self. I'm very sure of. The next matchup, Oscar versus Slats. So, 2 very quiet boys in the chat. I think Slats is still a chat virgin, hasn't said anything this year, and Oscar's probably the same. So Slats had a 5-4 win, which is good for him. So the Mobile is back in town after a strong performance last year. Slats won 3-pointers, free throw, points, blocks, and turnovers here. So it's a bit of a funny mix of categories there. So we'll wait and see what Slats' team ends up looking like. Basketball Monster will tell you Slats is good at points, blocks, free throws. The number one man in this team at the moment, Brandon Ingram. So a very nice pickup from there. The number one man in the comp at the moment, don't Kawhi when I anal your mum, CK. He's flying after 2 weeks. So 6-3 win over the number one man in the power rankings after week 1, Swizz. It was a dominant performance from CK, so winning 3-pointers, free throw, points, assist, steals, and blocks. So he's doing very well at the moment. Malcolm Brogdon's helping there. Tristan Thompson, a very nice pickup. Miles Turner's missed some time. D. Rose missed some time. But this squad is just lighting up. So very good start from the CK man. Swizz, I'm sure, will be back. Coggers, the new man this year, had a 6-3 win over Vosta Canumpo, in which was a pretty tight matchup. So, field goal, 3-pointers, free throw, points, 1 assist by 3, 1 steals by 1. So, it could have gone either way here. But the Cog man, he's off to a flying start, 2-0 now. So, welcome to the league from him. The last matchup for the week, you hate to see it, hey Janemo, the scout from the States who's made his way home, and Merv, the doctor of sports analytics and looking after your missus. So Merv had a 5-4 win and did it quite comfortably here. So 3-pointers, led the league in 3-pointers, I believe. Second, 86.7% from the line. Plenty of rebounds, led the league in assists. So, strong team from that man. If we look at his squad on BBM here, Joshy Lloyd, positive numbers in points, 3 assists, steals, free throws. So this team is a very small ball man. Dame Lillard, off to a flying start. Luka Doncic is going berserk. Kyle Lowry's been putting up numbers. Josh Hart, little sneaky value there. Jeremy Lamb. So plenty of talent there. The big one is Draymond Green. Do not go anywhere near him the rest of the competition. Stay away from this man. He's on a minutes and games restriction as the Warriors tank. So there you go. So that's the 6 matchups from last week. Some very deserving winners. If we head to the standings after week 2, we got Coggers and CK as undefeated. So they're off to a nice start. Merv, Slats, The Wiz, Oscar, The Hero You Need, Swizz, all in one win. And winless so far, Theo, the man who had the number 1 pick, which surprised me. Rookie, I'll have a sexy misses. Probably too busy looking after the modelling career of his better half. Foster Kanumpo, still messaging those European sluts, so yet to focus. And Hey You Junimo, the only man 0-2. The others had got a tie. So H Money, he might need to fly back to the States, get amongst the local scouts again, and get that insider information. Boys, we do want to talk about power rankings. This is one of the favourite categories of the podcast every week. And look, I think Coggers, the Rookie of the Year nominee so far, leading that race quite comfortably with 2-0. He doesn't get the number 1 position. He gets number 2. Look, the number 1 man at the moment is CK. So the record proves itself. The arrogance, the just what he's saying in the chat. I think he does miss his mate Matt Bright from last year, who did fire him up. But off to a very good start this year, and I'm sure we'll hear more from him the more he wins. Swizz coming in at number 3, lost this week to the number 1 man, but does have a very strong team. The Wiz and the media like Merv's team. So the small ball lineup, he's just had some men absolutely firing. He's got 3 in the top 13 at the moment. Dame Lillard, Luka Doncic, Kyle Lowry. So doing plenty of damage with them. And a few guys like Jeremy Lamb, Josh Hart, chipping in, Devontae Graham, little sneaky ad. And I reckon that rounds out the top 3. What else are we going to go through? So let's now look at the player ranking. So we're going to look at the top 20 men after the 2 weeks. Number 1 man at the moment, Karl Anthony Towns. This is on a per game basis, so obviously he missed a bit of time, which didn't help Swizz lose to CK, but he'll be back. He's been doing plenty of damage. Anyways, okay. Dame Lillard comes in at number 2. Kyrie Irving, number 3. Kawhi Leonard, which is a funny one, is coming in at number 5. And we're going to talk about him in a second. AD, Andre Drummond, my boy, who's gone berserk this year, and hopefully that hangs on when Blake Griffin comes back. But I think there's got to be some regression with points. But yeah, you still have to give him top 10, top 15 value all year. Malcolm Brogdon, he just keeps performing. And with Sabonis and Turner missing the last few games, he's had to put up the numbers. Luka Doncic, the triple-double machine. Don't ask me how he keeps getting all these rebounds, but it happens. Porzingis loves sitting on the 3-point line on defense. LBJ, in year 17, he's been putting up numbers. So well done to that man. Joel Embiid, who got the punch on and has been pretty good on social media. For those of you who didn't see that, please go have a look. Jimmy Harden, Hayden Jewers, man, 36.6 points at the moment. But you wouldn't want to know what he's shooting from the three-point line. So we'll leave that to your imagination. It's somewhere between about 20-25%. Number 13, Kyle Lowry, Kevin Love, Giannis, 15th man at the moment, and this is because his free throws are just shocking. So if you're punting free throws, that's okay. He's shooting 60% on 10 attempts a game. That's going to hurt. So that means you lose free throw every week. Brandon Ingram, number 16. That's some nice value. You've got to think that regresses when Zion comes back. He can't keep averaging 26. But for the moment, he's doing a super job. Kemba Walker, Jimmy Buckets. Let's talk about Jimmy Buckets here. So, missed first couple of games. He's come back, and he's all about the W's, this man. He's not about the fancy numbers. But we have a look at the lines here. 15 points. That's a bit down from what he would expect. 7 boards, 7 assists, 4.3 steals. This is a death lineup, man. The Wiz wants him. Whoever's got him, hand him over. And that's at the moment, 39%. So when that picks up, his ranking's going to keep heading forward. So whoever got him at, I think, pick 20, 30, 40, you've done well there. Don Mitchell, number 19. Numbers are 25, 2 steals, 2 threes. Johnny Collins, we're going to talk about him, and he's the drug man, the PEDs. He was doing a bit of work, but now this is the next 25 games. What do you do with him? Al Horford's a bit of a sneaky value at the moment, 21. He's helped with Embiid being out. He's been putting up 30 points the last couple of games. Pascal Siakam, Trae Young. He made his comeback today, and it was quite spectacular. So missed a couple of games, 29 points, 5 threes, 13 assists. He's gone crazy this year. And then rounding out, Toby Harris at number 25. So there you go. If you've got a few of those men in the top 25, you're very happy with them. Before we move on, we're just going to touch on who's not performing this year. So 2 weeks in, it's only early days, but let's just sort of say who you would have thought was giving you better value. And look, let's just remember, these are basketball monsters. I've just changed it to 8 categories, so we're taking turnovers out. Hayden Jewett prefers this. So let's have a look. The rankings may have changed from before. Jokic, number 30. So, look, I never like Jokic in fantasy. He's too hot and cold. 16 points, 10 boards, 6 assists at the moment. 1 steal, half a block. Not giving you much. Who else? Chris Paul, the 59th ranked man, only averaging 4.7 assists. He's been handling off to SGA a lot, which hasn't helped him, but we think they might come back. Mitch Robinson, I think he's my man in this comp. He's struggling 21 minutes a game, or 19 minutes a game. That's not because of foul trouble, that's because of Fizdale. He's just a jerk, so we don't know what's happening there. Nick Vucevic, this is a prize. The Wiz had him last year and absolutely rode him like a fucking slut on a wet one. 16 points, 10 boards, under a steal, under a block, on 40% shooting. This man was, for your information, he was a bloody legend last year. He was the number 11th ranked man last year. And at the moment he's at number 69. So we don't want that to stick. We hope he comes back. Draymond Green, number 92, and he's on a minutes and games restriction. He's going to struggle this year, I think. Rudy Gobert, my boy, 99th ranked man. 10 points, 12 boards, Under a block a game, 62%. Not bloody good enough. Not happy with that. Larry Markkinen, number 110. 15 points, 8 boards, 37% from the field. Not looking good. Who else? Eric Bledsoe, number 138. Julius Randle, number 148. I would have thought more from him. 13, 10 boards, 4 assists, 42%, 60% from the line. D'Angelo Russell, number 152. Look, it's early days, but 19 points, 6 assists, 39% from the field. You think this picks up with Steph being out, but as the Warriors are tanking, we don't know what sort of games he's playing. Look, and now we're looking at numbers 180 plus, so we hope we don't find too many stars down there. What else? All right, one other one we're going to go through before we hit the famous syndicate updates and your weekly betting tips. We want to look at the transaction window, so we want to see who's been picking up who's been making some good picks, who's been making some bad picks. We want to see if someone's dropped Steph Curry yet. I doubt it though, Voss, or whoever's fucking got him. Get rid of him. He is no good. Who are we looking at here? The Wiz, bit of a funny one, picked up Matisse Thybulle. So the 76ers man who was averaging like 3 steals, 3 blocks. He's gone a bit quiet. Hayden Dewar, the hero you need, had to drop Zach Collins with a 4-month shoulder injury. So that's a disappointing news. But we love seeing Hayden Dewar suffer from injuries. Don't Kawhi want to anal your mum. The man was quick on Eric Pascal. And he's going to cash in there. Pascal went berserk yesterday, I think 36 points. 5-3, something like that. Vosta Konumpos just picked up Markel Fultz. Once that one goes, Merv's got Isaiah Thomas, which is a nice ad considering he is getting the start now for the Wizzies. We're yet to see anyone drop the drug boys, so I'm talking DeAndre Ayton. I'm talking Johnny Collins. And look, you've got to expect that for 25 games, you're missing, what's that, 7, 8, 9 weeks of fantasy. You're not going to win if you've got someone getting 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 over 3, 4 games a week. Simple as that. You're going to be 0 and 9 when you get to the stage when they come back. So, look, the Wiz suggests you've got to move on from them. If you can drop them for a few weeks, pick them up when they've got 10 games to go left. Look, someone else might cash in, but that means they're going to cop L's too. So it's a bit of a funny one, but you're not going to make playoffs if you don't drop them. The same goes to Chef Curry. BBM says 3 months, which is 45 games, returns early Feb. Our playoffs start late Feb. So you're going to lose the next 15 weeks if you don't drop him. So whoever has Steph Curry, please get rid of him right now. And you're going to say, oh, but someone's going to pick him up. No one's going to pick him up until Feb or Jan. Slats, get rid of him. And if Slats doesn't watch this, someone direct message him. Because he won't watch this because he's a fucking stubborn cunt and probably root the missus, which is fair enough. All right, boys. The last but not least, the update from the syndicate. Let's log on to my favourite gents here in the world, Pointsbet, and let's see how the account's going. So we had a few bets on today, and we had a bit of success, and some L's. So we're on early. We're on Boston Cavs under. Dylan Glasgow suggested this, and went over about 60 points. So not good from him. He might be getting the cut soon. But a bit hard when Gordon Hayward goes for like 15 or 20, 30, 40 points. So wasn't happy with that. Career high from that man. He's back in town. The OKC Orlando game, we got on under and OKC line. win and win, cash. The under was 204.5, and we snuck in there. I think they scored 35 points in the last, so we were pretty happy to get that across the line. So we're back. We're back in town. We're down $20 for the year. We were down 500 at one stage, so we're happy with that. If anyone does want to donate or invest, it's a good investment move. Hayden Dewar, the man who's a personal financial planner for the stock market, he does suggest that it's time to get on. We're in form. We keep cashing Lakers money line because they're not going to lose a game. They're going 81-1. So it's time to jump on, boys. But look, for the value around the grounds, look, I like to invest a bit differently from maybe everyone else. But look, from my what are you doing? Sorry, boys. I'm not happy here. Pointsbet's just shit itself. There we go. Okay. So, look, I don't mind a good futures bet. I think I'm on at the moment. I'm on Russ Westbrook, All-Star. Blakey Griffin, if ever comes back, All-Star. We're on Pelicans wins under. We're on Knicks wins under. We're on Lakers wins over. LBJ, my boy. We're on Bulls over, which is struggling, especially when they lose to the Lakers after having a 19-point lead. We're on Detroit over. We need you back, Blake. Hurry up. But look, just had a look last night, and look, I hope everyone sees some value in this. The Southeast Division winner. And you might go, who the fuck's the Southeast Division? And I'll be asking the same question. But I'm a man who looks for value, and we're looking here at Miami Heat at $1.60. Orlando Magic $2.90, Atlanta Hawks 10, Wizards and Hornets. I wouldn't worry about them. Now, my eye has fancied Miami Heat $1.60. If you use Bet365, I think you can get $1.67. Hopefully these odds improve with Denver kicking their ass today. They're up by about 25 as we speak. So if Miami creeps to $1.65, you chuck $1,000 in that. That's a 65% return. And when we look at the standings at the moment, Miami are going to be 5-2, followed by, where are we? Miami 5-2, Orlando Magic now moving to 2-5, so it's the inverse. They're a fair few games ahead already. The Hornets 4-3. Look, they're not going to keep that up this year. They've got no one good on their team. They've beaten teams like the Bulls, the Kings, the Warriors, the Pacers. No one good. They've got a tough stretch soon. Celtics, Pelicans, 76ers, Raptors, Nets, Pistons when my boy Blake comes back. That's 2 L's. So, look, the Wiz are pretty comfortable. Heat will win that division. Orlando Magic are just no good. Vucevic is playing horribly, and the surrounding cast, DJ Augustine, Evan Fournier, Johnny Isaac, they're no good. They don't know how to win, and that's a big thing in this league. So if you do want to get on, use PointsBet, put $1,000 on Miami Heat, Southeast Division win, and come April, you'll be sitting pretty with an extra $600 in your account. So if you want a free bet, take that one. But look, if we look at the games tomorrow, let's see if they've got any odds up. No odds at the moment. So we'll have a chat later about the syndicate and what we're getting on. But look, thanks for listening. Please comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know what you think of the podcast and any of the info in there. Catch you boys soon.